I've been here before to speak about my neighborhood. I'm a resident of Little Arabia in District 2. I've talked about how in the past, no one really wanted to frequent that part of our city until groups of local Arab and Arab American immigrants came to the area. Developers encouraged folks and businesses to come to the area that's since become to be known as Little Arabia. And I've advocated for that designation because I believe that in order to save our city from becoming completely dependent on the resort industry, not that I have anything against it, I really don't, but these are corporations, multinational corporations that they answer to stockholders. They don't answer to residents. They lobby. I get it. It's not illegal. But what about West Anaheim? I want to thank you all because over the past week, you've helped me gain perspective. You know, I'm a neighborhood guy. I'm a guy that's in the trenches, quote unquote, right? Meeting folks, helping folks with everyday problems. But meeting you all, I've gained the perspective that in order for things to move forward in our city, it has to happen together. You can't just have one voice come in and saying, hey, this needs to happen, this needs to go down, it needs to happen now. It's not going to happen. No matter how much we come up here and we complain about the issues of West Anaheim and Little Arabia and how you need to help reinvigorate the business community, it's not going to happen until all of us are on board. And right now, I want to thank you, Mr. Mayor, because you helped me gain perspective when I met with you. I really genuinely enjoyed that. That was amazing to me. The perspective of being able to see, gain that, it's like, I got to see your thought process. Just like you're asking for mine, Dr. Moreno, I got to see yours, Mr. Mayor. I respect it. I do. It reminds me of when my wife wants to take on a new business venture or a new investment, and she says, we're going to do this, and we're going to go full speed ahead, and it's going to get done, and we might not make that much in the beginning, but in the end, it's going to be great. You'll see. And she has that faith, right? I see that in you. And I admire it. I told you I admire you, and I'll say it. I do admire that about you. And I see where your vision is now. And understanding that it's going to take us all to make these things happen in District 2, I committed to helping District 1. Councilman Diaz, I really enjoyed our conversation. It was, I felt it was a genuine conversation where we shared a vision about West Anaheim. And right now, Mr. Mayor, your focus is on Beach Boulevard and rejuvenating the area in District 1. My hope is that with your forward thinking and your forward vision, you'll see that in the future, all of West Anaheim, I know you do. I really do. I believe that. Please come to Brookhurst Street. Please see who we are, that our neighborhoods need to be reinvigorated. They need that jump start. They need that recognition. That is revenue. That is increased revenue. That is less reliance on a single giant revenue source, right? That it can be affected by pandemics, right? When we have more diversity in our businesses, more diversity in our revenue streams, that is true strength in a city. Thank you. I wasn't planning on coming up again because, as Dr. Moreno mentioned, I had already spoken to this, but in light of some of the comments that were made by the other folks who are applying for this appointment, I just wanted to come up here and say that as an actual resident of Little Arabia, I live 2 blocks from Cortina's. I couldn't live without it. I love that place. Best Italian food ever. But with that said, a designation does not mean we're going to run other businesses out of town. When I go to Garden Grove to frequent a lot of the shops I wish I could frequent in District 2 because they're there, I don't say I'm going to Little Saigon or I'm going to Koreatown. I say I'm going to Garden Grove. And I appreciate the fact that these places are available, and I wish more places like this were available in District 2 and West Anaheim. Finally, I'd just like to say that the Arab and Arab American community that I've had the pleasure and privilege of living with is one of the most inclusive communities, welcoming communities, amazing communities I've ever encountered. So To me, a designation does not mean West Anaheim becomes Little Arabia. It just means West Anaheim welcomes the Arab American community. Thank you.